Volvo are going to launch the EX60 later this year. They're actually going to start production of the car in 2025, and we can expect customers to see cars on the road sometime in Q1 or Q2 in 2026. So in this video, I want to talk about what we know about the new EX60 and of course a little bit of speculation and guesstimation and maybe a little bit of wishful thinking of what I hope this car is going to be. To win this X-Paying G9 all-wheel drive performance, all you have to do is download the Horda app, use the referral code LRIFA to get 500 bonus starting points, and then recruit 2 of your friends. The Horda app is a great financial app which will help you save money, help you get great deals on different services, and also you can win a car worth 750,000 kroners. It's completely free. What are you waiting for? Download the Horda app down below today. So for those of you who don't know, the Volvo EX60 is basically going to be a new car, but it's going to be the electric version of the XC60, Volvo's mid-size SUV, their best-selling vehicle ever. This is by far the most popular car in their lineup, and we can expect the EX60, the electric version, to be as popular when it comes to the electric market share as Volvo. So this is a car that's smaller than the EX90 but also bigger than the EX40, and pricing, I think we're going to see pricing at around 60 to 80, maybe 90,000 euros depending on the model. So what is this car going to be and what platform is it going to be built on? Well, Volvo have actually said that it's going to be built on a new platform called SPA3, and also we're going to see 3 other new models this year on that platform. 5 new models in total, starting with the ES90 next month, and then in between here some long-range hybrid model that I don't know what is going to be, but yeah, pretty excited about that also. So I expect this EX60 to grow about 10 centimeters over the XC60 and be around the same size as an Audi Q6 e-tron, but hopefully with a little bit more space in the rear, because that car is very inefficient when it comes to the platform and the size of this vehicle. And this platform, Volvo say, is a new platform. We know very little at this point in time, so it may be a completely new platform, maybe based on the SPA2 platform, which the Volvo EX90 is built on and the new ES90 is going to be built on. Maybe, just a shortened platform and different battery packs and different electric motors. We don't know yet. But it could also be just a marketing term, just some kind of marketing, magic to hide the fact that this underneath may be the same platform that we see with other Geely vehicles already, the SEA platform for larger vehicles that already underpins the 001, the Polestar 4, and also the brand new Zeekr 7X. I think either way, if this is a new platform or this is, just a rebadged platform with the Volvo touch on that SEA platform, I think we're still going to see a very interesting vehicle, because if they go, that SEA route, we've already seen the EX30, which is built on the SEA platform for small cars, and aside for, a lot of, software issues and software philosophies at launch, that car has actually, grown into a very mature car when it comes to the software, and also the way that car drives, the sportiness, the luxuriness, the refinement of that car is just impeccable. I just did a triple test, both a range test and a full comparison video between the EX30, the new Kia EV9, and the Cupra Born. I'm going to link those videos down below if you want to check those out. But that is an impressive car, that EX30, despite it being expensive and it being small. So we already know that Volvo can, use and do platform sharing and build great cars. And if you use that platform, we saw, the Zeekr 7X, which I was very lucky to see at the eCar Expo here in Oslo last week. I'm going to link that video down below. Impressive car. It looks great on the exterior. It is a very spacious and luxurious interior, a big trunk. But the most important things are the specs, because this car has 2 battery packs, usable capacity of 71 kilowatt hours and usable capacity of 94 kilowatt hours, the same as, the Polestar 4 and also the Zeekr 001. So we already have a lot of cars on that platform, but it's now available with an 800 volt architecture with a peak charging speed of 360 kilowatts, and that big battery pack does 10 to 80% in 16 minutes, which is very, very impressive. But that small battery pack does the same 10 to 80%, despite it being, a smaller battery pack. It still has 360 kilowatts of peak charging speed, meaning 10 to 80% in 13 minutes. So if they use that platform, we see those specs, that is going to be very impressive. But if we see a new platform, maybe, more accommodated to Volvo, the way they drive, air suspension, the refinement levels. I just drove the EX90 over 2 days in northern Sweden. I'll link that video also down below. Did that last weekend. That car's so impressive, going 120 kilometers an hour. On studded winter tires, the car was dead silent. So like either way, I think we're going to see a really good vehicle as long as they can keep it, price competitive. It should be, priced around the Q6 e-tron, which is what it's competing against. But hopefully it's going to be, we're going to see equipment packages, so it's going to be very competitively priced compared to that car. But if we see it on a new, all new SPA3 platform, it should have 800 volt. It should have an 800 volt architecture, and a peak charging speed at least close to 300 kilowatts and 10 to 80% in 20 minutes or less. We don't have to see those extreme numbers we see with the 7X, though that would be nice. I think like 20 minutes is still fine and plenty enough, and maybe that's also better for battery and drivetrain longevity. And lastly, what I want to talk about in this video is that Volvo are now ramping up production of models in Europe. So the plant in Torslanda in Gothenburg is at full capacity. They're not able to build any more cars there at the moment, but they are building more facilities there. I've been there several times over the past years, and there's building more and more stuff. So hopefully sometime in the future, they're going to be ramping up production there. But in the meantime, we're seeing that the plant in Ghent in Belgium is now being retooled so we can see EX30 production in Europe. And also in Slovakia, they're building a brand new plant which should house 3,300 employees and with a production capacity of up towards 250,000 vehicles a year. And I know for a lot of people, I get comments all the time that Volvo is a Chinese brand and it's all Chinese and it's controlled by China. That is very far from the truth. I mean, most of Volvo is in Gothenburg. Out of about 40,000 employees, 13,000 are in Torslanda. The second biggest production facilities of Volvo is in China with 2,000 employees. And that means when Slovakia is finished, that will be the second biggest one. They have, in Ghent, they have also battery production in South Korea. We have the plant in Charleston in South Carolina. So there are a lot of production facilities around the world. Volvo is a global company, and it's also traded in the Swedish stock exchange, the Stockholm Stock Exchange. So it's a publicly traded company. So the owners are, well, mostly the Chinese, yes, but from the people I've spoken to throughout the years is that there's more independence now than when they were owned by Ford. So they're a more independent company now. Their owners, stay out of most of the business. Of course, platform sharing is what we're going to see, but that's a good thing as we've seen already. So I think for a lot of people, more production in Europe, contributing more to the European economy, I think is going to be positive for people who may be thinking, I don't want this car because it's built in China, which is a valid point. If that's your political view or for some other reasons you don't like that, that is completely fine. But at least now you're going to have a choice where you're going to see all of these models either built in Europe or in the United States. And yeah, we all know with the US, that may also change in the future. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think down below about the new EX60. I'm pretty excited. I was joking when I went to, the test drive of the EX30 cross country last week in Luleå, because I was there, last week and then the year prior driving the EX30, the non-cross country version. And I said, guys, I'll see you next year, probably here driving the EX60. And they were like, yeah, we can't say anything. And then I read this article and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably right, so hopefully I'm going to test drive this car in about a year in northern Sweden. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.